Today on the table, we have a Sig Pro 2022. So it's actually a Sig SP 2022. And I've had this gun. This is actually the second gun I've ever bought. So I've had this for probably about 18 years now. And I never realized that the SP stood for Sig Pro until I actually looked up a bit of history about it. I just know that it shoots really well. It was a really good deal when I bought it back in, and I bought it brand new, but it was probably like around 2008 maybe, so maybe 17 years ago. But so I've had this quite a while now. They've made these Sigs, actually started selling the Sig Pro in 1999, so they've been around for quite a while, and they actually still make this Sig Pro model. And actually, out of the few different models that they do make, this is the only one that they still currently make. So I guess I made a pretty good choice on that because I picked the better one out of it. So what it is with these Sig Pros, though, is, so Sig, obviously, they're out of Exeter, New Hampshire. These are, polymer framed pistols, and they have basically like a built-in, as you can see, rail here. I've not used it before, and I didn't realize that, this is one of the earliest guns that I had that actually had a rail on it. But this model actually came in quite a few different calibers. It was a 40, which used to be popular back then, not so much now. Comes in a 357, so it's a 357 Sig, so I'm actually curious to try one of those or find one of those. And then also a 9mm, which is what this is. Now, like I said, as of March, I think 2020, like basically right when the coronavirus hit, they stopped selling all the other models, and this is the only one that was still available that they do make. So that's kind of cool. Is that now the way they're marketed as a lightweight, compact. This has got I think a 3.9-inch barrel on it, and it was kind of like I guess they called it like a legacy. So they would, it was legacy, meaning that it was going to last 20 years. It was great for law enforcement, and it was just very well built, I guess you could say, in that regards. But it is very well built. It shoots fantastic, and I guess I can show you here. You can see that it is not loaded, and it comes with two 15-round magazines. So it comes with these, and I never even noticed it in the whole time, but it even says Sig Pro right there on the mag, as you can see right here, and we can actually look at the markings on it. With this one, though, it actually comes with two different grips. So the way these grips work is you can actually take the grip off. So this whole plastic piece pops off the back, and there's two different sizes. So depending on the size of your hands, you can either have a larger grip or a smaller grip, which is nice. So it does make it, because you don't have a choice, because it's just a polymer frame. So anyways, that's the Sig Pro. A couple of the cool things about it, though, is that a lot of police around the world actually use it. So in Bulgaria, Colombia, France, Malaysia, Peru, Portugal, and Romania, they still carry these. Their police officers actually carry these Sig Pros, which is actually pretty cool to have. And there were two different variations of the Sig Pro. There was the first generation, and that was actually a model 2009, is what they called it. And then there's the second generation, which was what these are. And, these obviously had the Picatinny rail on it, and then there's like a trigger guard, which is basically all you see is, it's a little bit blocked in there. Not too much that you can see there. And, these were really, like I said before, the second generation was designed for a 20-year service. And I shot a ton of rounds through this thing. I've probably shot 2,000 rounds through this, and pretty much never had any issues. I mean, it's been fantastic. It does sit in my safe a lot more because, again, I've had it 17 years now or so, and I have so many other new ones, or so many other pistols, so it doesn't get nearly as much, attention as some of the other ones, but it is such a cool one, and you can see the markings on it. So right here, it does say Sig Sauer SP 2022. You can see the Exeter, which is fine, and then what do we have here? Just more Exeter stuff, and a warning, of course. And then it just says Sig on the grips here too. So just a cool pistol. I'd recommend it. I think you can get these used for actually pretty cheap now. So, definitely take a peek and see. And then obviously, if those police departments are getting rid of some of theirs, they might be able to get some of them off of there as well. And the serial number is kind of hiding here. It's under here, under the rail. As you can see, it's stamped in there. So anyways, that is the Sig SP 2022. Let me know if you have one. Let me know if you shoot one. And if you are someone in another country that's a police officer in those countries I listed, that'd be really cool to hear that you have and shoot these as well. But let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.